Yeah, who's got the beat? I'm trying to blow him with these guys, but it only wants to go that way. Yeah. So I gotta. You talking about me? Oh, look, it's taking me in. Put yourself back to my Back in 1857. Okay, Coxey's armies came through here. Who that is, I don't remember, but it has something to do with the that Civil War thing. No, Civil War. Civil War, right here. Okay, you guys are way not holding up your end, with all due respect. Way not holding up. And there's some people here, Miss Lori over here, who's much too serious. Not a big deal. Miss Lori, come over here. That girl be fine. You come too. What you need? You gotta tell them. You gotta tell me a story about the day.
About today?
No, about the day. Yes, put it out.
Back in the day, this was the place to be.
What she said?
They didn't have these little brick things. What do you call those little things up? And we used to come down here and partake. I forget the name of the band. It wasn't Chicago or something like that. But we used to come down here and doing it in the park, doing it after dark. Nimisilla Park. Get your minds out the gutter. That's just what we were saying. The establish the song. We just had fun. This was the place to be. Everybody gathered down here and had a ball.
Speaking of ball.
All right, so the point being that this park, even though we're using the term reclaim, we're not really reclaiming it. We're defibrillating, right?
Defibrillating. Because this is the heart
of the heart.
Of the heart.
That's right. This is the heart of the city of Canton. And it's our home, and we're going to pull it back. So on April 25th, we're going to figure out how to do this, right? Let's all duck and thumb up and see what happens.
Ah!
Come on, get up here. Okay.
Almost had.
Bring it down. Okay. So on April 25th, we're having a party here called Bearth Day. And what we're going to do is we're just going to come, we're going to show up, and we're inviting the whole world. I don't know if they're all going to make it, but we're going to invite them all. And during the daytime, we're going to try to see what can we do to just make it look a hair better. All right? And that's one of the reasons we're here now, because if we don't show up till the 25th, we ain't even going to know what needs done. You see Councilman, what's his name here, West, on the phone here. 5 minutes ago, he's like, that needs painted, and you got to do this, and this, that, the other, and all that stuff. So everybody get on your cell phone, call the city, tell them they got to paint. Whatever you see. That bathroom ain't good enough, all right? Speaking of which, why don't you share with them, Mr. Councilman West, something that we need to know about $198,000.
Oh yeah, definitely. This year we have, with the help of the Nimisilla Park Committee, we have got the city to put $198,000 adaptive playground equipment right here in the park. That's by far going to be the largest playground in the city of Canton.
And including an accessible bathroom, so we ain't got to use that nasty thing anymore.
Yes. What we'll also be able to do, kids that have wheelchairs will be able to actually get on this equipment and swing with their wheelchair. So
now, do you know?
Playground for all kids.
That's right, and you know there's a lot of folks in this city that said, "Man, you build that in Nimisilla Park, ain't nobody gonna come because it's so scary there." I ain't never once been scared in this park. Anyway, you scared in this park?
Never.
All right, man. What's your name over there with the nice jacket? I forget.
Bobby.
Bobby? I met you before. He was sick. right, Bobby, keep pulling your end, man. You're getting weak over there. Okay.
The playground is not going to be here by itself.
Nope.
We're going to try to do something with the tennis courts. We're trying to gain access to that old zoo area.
Yeah.
And put an NFL-sized football field in there and an amphitheater to where we have concerts down here every week. But it can only happen if people participate and get involved.
I got grandchildren, I got nieces, I got nephews that need to come down here and have somewhere to go. So if you can get the word out, get other people energized, that we can come down to the park and have fun. Your wives, your girlfriends would like to come down here more just to get exercise instead of always having to go to the monument. We can walk down here, put some flowers down, make it inviting. And so other people in the community quit talking about, oh, it's scary down there. It's not scary down here. That's a bunch of horse crap. But if we don't do anything about it, that's the perception that they'll continue to perpetuate.
The first garden center was here, and then it went to Monument.
Yep.
People walked in this track, then it went to Monument.
Yep.
They had horse races on this track. I could prove it to you, and I will. They had horse races in the 1860s right here. The women were on the horses, and the woman that won the race, the fellas had to put their money together and buy her a sewing machine. That's a factoid, so you know.
McKinley used to go around that big circular area.
Yep.
So if we start focusing on this area and reclaiming this and come up with different ideas, not just the ideas that we talked about today,
Yeah.
and you come to the table and say, this is what you should do. Let's make this a 21st century type of thing. And maybe, in my eyes, I don't know what that looks like, but maybe you do. Bring that forth, and we'll make some things happen in this park. And you'll be the future for your kids. So we set the future for your kids.
In my tradition, or in one of the traditions that I've been raised in, if you will, in the yoga community, we do this all the time. It's called prasad.
Right.
It's shared food. And it's symbolic. You ain't got to eat it, but you can't eat it yet. Oh yeah, you can. Mr. Brown's good. Oops, hold on. So the idea when you break bread is, right? When you break bread, you and me and John and Eric. John.
I got something.
I got all kinds of good. So when you break bread and you bring a little something to share, then all of a sudden you got enough fish and bread for everybody. Isn't that a miracle? Miss Erica, you have to take our symbolic M&Ms.
Thank you.
All right. Where do we go from here?
Well, the 4 principles of open space, which this is basically an open space conference. There are 4 principles, and they're principles of freedom, really.
Yep.
Number 1 is whoever comes is the right people. That means us. We're the right people. We're the ones that care, and we're here. Number 2, whenever it starts is the right time.
Right.
So now is the time. And number 3 is whatever happens is the only thing that could happen.
All right.
And number 4 is when it's over, it's over. Although I like to add, it never ends. This is actually the origin station of the Love Train. Can't take that away from Canton, can't take that away from this park. That's OJ's Parkway right there. And that is a perfect anthem for the world, and we need to actually project that from Canton to the world, and that's what we're doing, starting here with Birthday.